Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Dr. Corey Kern here, and we're going to do the TRX Elite 8 exercises using the KAATSU leg bands. First thing up, you're going to connect the leg bands to the cycle. So pop that on there like that. Make sure there's a nice connection. Squeeze the other one on there like that. Connect it. Hear that click? Now, we're going to go over the close with these leg bands. So, put that one over my shoulder for right now. We're going to start with lefty. So, you wrap it around your leg, get it up nice and high up in the crest of your inside thigh. Tighten it down. I like to have that buckle kind of on the side if it's too far in the front. Sometimes it kind of irritates me when I'm squatting. Pull them tight. Flap down one side. Flap down the other side. Get down on there, make sure everything's out of the way, good fit, cool. All right, so let's do the other side. This is righty versus the lefty. Then we did righty. And we're going to go through the 8 basic exercises with the TRX with the leg bands on. Now again, you can change the way you do this, but this is just one variation where you do a leg band cycle while you go through each of the exercises. So first, we've got the squat row. We're going to go ahead and turn on the cycle for this. I like to do pro high because I've done this once or twice. We're going to start out with the TRX bands down to about knee level, maybe mid-shin. You know, it kind of varies depending on the angle you want on your body. With the leg bands on, there's a little bit more time with the ramp up as it's filling up because we have higher pressure. So there's a little bit more time in between sets. But for the squat row, grab one of those handles, make sure they're even. You're going to lean to about 45 degrees, and you're just going to squat down and pull. So down and pull. Now with the leg bands on, while you're doing this squat, it helps with mobility and it helps loosen things up. So while you're down in that squat, you can also kind of rock back and forth or side to side to help loosen up those hips, help get you ready and geared up for a leg day if that's what you're doing. Okay, so that's the squat row. Cycle 1's over, cycle 2's filling up. We're going to go to the hamstring curl press. So again, straps about knee level. Hang on to the handles as you lower yourself down. Go to your back, take the stirrups in your fingers, wrap your feet around, put those heels in there. It's hard to see me, but at least you can see my legs. So I'm pressing up with my hips, bending the knees, driving those hips up high, out straight. So bend your knees, drive with the hips and squeeze down and out. Toes up, keep your feet in those stirrups, keep your body up like a nice reverse plank, and up. So, and up, out. Whew. Bend your knees, press up, down, and out. Ugh, my legs are already burning. Okay, so that was the hamstring curl press. Up next, we're going to do the atomic push-up. So the strap is about a foot off the ground, give or take. For this one, the higher up you go, the harder it's going to be. So what I like to do is I like to get the strap in a nice even orientation, flip it over, throw those toes up, flip back on over, and now I'm on all fours for my atomic push-up. Straighten your knees, push-up position. You're going to go down to a push-up, come up and curl, and down, up and curl. Really suck your stomach in, squeeze those abs, and curl your pelvis in, down, up and in, down, up and in. Atomic push-up. Okay, good. Whew, the cycle just finished. I'm going to catch my breath here for half a second because up next we've got the body saw. So we did the squat row, the hamstring curl and press, the atomic push-up, and the body saw. And I'm just trying to stall because this is hard. So for this one, I like to go on my forearms, save your wrists. Sometimes when you do sawing on your wrist, it really puts a lot of pressure on your carpal tunnel. You don't want to mess that up. So go on our forearms, straighten those knees, and all you're doing is moving at the shoulder and the elbow, really. You're letting your elbow straighten out as you pull back and in. Keep your stomach tight. Keep your butt tight. Out and in. Out and in. Nice and smooth. You may have to adjust your hands. The further away from the anchor point you go, the harder it's going to be. The closer underneath the anchor point will make it a little bit easier. Okay, so that was the body saw. Up next, we've got the Y fly. So even though we're doing an upper body exercise, we have the bands on the legs, we're getting a full body burn. With the Y fly, I'm going to raise the bands up a little bit. This one, we're going to go about knee level, maybe a little bit higher. Take the bands, wiggle them out so they're even. Straighten your arms, and you're going to come back into a Y. So this one, it's really important to really try to initiate the pull with your shoulder blades. Don't try to muscle through with your forearms or your hands, but really try to squeeze your shoulder blades back, pull back and hold it. One thing you can do too is use your hips to get in that position and slowly fight it coming on down, kind of like doing a negative. Come up quick, come down slow. So that's a Y fly. You can even add a squat, turn into a squat row Y fly. Okay, so the next one up, we've got the lunge fly. So we just did the posterior chain. With this, I like to make these straps a little bit longer here. So we're going to go back to knee level, maybe a little bit lower. Wiggle them out. Keep your chest up. Cycles going. You step forward and lunge and fly. And alternate, lunge and fly. With this one, you want to keep your torso fairly upright. A little tilt forward. The more you tilt forward, the more it's going to hurt those shoulders. So keep that chest up. You can even pull your arms down and almost do like an underhand fly. You can alternate and do 90 degree. You come overhead. You can just kind of play around, but you're using your chest and your arms to help pull you out of that forward lunge. Don't rely all on the knees. Okay, that was the lunge fly. Next one is called the KAATSU squat. This is kind of like a lateral squat, and it can be tricky on your knees. So there's a lot of variations to do with this one if it hurts your knees. Basically what you do is you step out wide, let your arms straighten out as you go down, and go into a nice deep side squat. Okay, so side as you go down, arms are straight. Use your arms to help pull yourself up. Shift your feet, step out wide, arms out straight. Pull your butt back if it hurts your hips. If you can tolerate a little bit more vertical, that's great, but it is somewhat hard on the knees. So just change the position of your hips and your torso, and that should help take any sort of knee pain out of the equation. Okay, leg cycle. Last one, we're going to do the power pull. So with these TRXs, suspension trainer, there's this loop here, but I'm kind of old school. I've been using this for a while, and so I like to do the original method where you take one handle through one loop, and then you take it back through the other loop, and you create a locked out single arm pull. So this one, single arm power pull, your straps are again about knee level. I like to alternate this one, but you can do one arm, reach back with one arm, pull, and reach. You can do a few on one side just to really get through that motion and grease up those joints, then switch, reach out, and pull. If it's too hard, shuffle your feet back. It's going to be a little bit easier. If that's too easy, go underneath the anchor point a little bit more, and it'll make it a lot harder. But with the leg bands on, you can work your arms. With the arm bands on, you can work your legs. Basically, you get a full body workout no matter what you're doing. It'll make you burn and sweat. Thanks everyone. My name's Corey Kern. Check us out.